blinded you from seeing what was right in front of you? Now, before you answer that, let me just say, confidence is one of those traits we're taught to worship in leadership, right? We celebrate the decisive leader, the self-assured executive, the person who walks into the room and just knows. But here's the thing I've learned. Sometimes painfully, there's a razor-thin line between confidence and certainty. And when confidence crosses that line, it becomes dangerous. Let me tell you about Marcus. Brilliant founder. Built a successful tech company from nothing. The kind of guy who could see around corners, you know? Fast-moving, visionary, incredibly sharp. And as his business grew, so did his confidence. Which makes sense, right? Success breeds confidence. That's how it's supposed to work. Except it didn't stop there. Eventually, his confidence became something else. He stopped asking questions. He stopped really listening. He assumed his experience guaranteed he was right. And here's the irony that still breaks my heart a little. That overconfidence, the very thing he thought was his superpower, created blind spots that cost him both money and talented people he couldn't afford to lose. That's the confidence paradox in action. What once made you successful can become the very thing that limits your growth. You know what the best leaders I've worked with do differently? They practice what I call calibrated confidence. It's this beautiful balance between believing in themselves and staying humble enough to keep learning. It's not self-doubt that paralyzes you. It's strategic self-doubt that sharpens your perspective. Confidence says, I know what to do. Wisdom says, I might know, but I'll still ask. Think about it. The leaders who radiate that quiet, unshakable confidence, they're not the ones who need to prove they're right. They lead with curiosity. They actually invite challenge. They recognize that being right is way less important than being effective. I'll be honest with you. This one hits close to home for me too. There have been times in my own leadership where I was so confident in my approach that I missed what my team was trying to tell me. And it wasn't until I got quiet enough, humble enough, to actually hear them that things shifted. So if you're listening today, maybe take a moment to check in with yourself. Where in your leadership have you stopped questioning your own assumptions? Where might your confidence be creating a blind spot you can't even see yet? What's one belief you're so confident in that it might actually be time to question it? Because when we start to see confidence not as certainty, but as calm courage, we open the door to better questions, better decisions, and honestly, better leadership. So here's your deliberate reflection for the week. Sit with that last question. Just sit with it. See what comes up. Thanks for joining me for the Confidence Paradox. Next time, we'll dive into our final paradox in this series, and it might be the most personal one yet. We're calling it the vulnerability trap. I'm Allison Dunn. Remember, deliberate leadership begins with deliberate thinking. See you next time.